Hey there, welcome to day 3 of our recovery week in our Strong for Summer program. So we're in week 6 and we're just kind of chilling out for a week. I hope you all are enjoying it. My guess is that some of you absolutely love it and you're going to come back and do this week over and over and over. And then other ones of us, myself slightly included, sometimes have to force myself to chill out, take a break, let everything kind of you know, stay at a little bit lower intensity level and appreciate the recovery. So I do feel that recovery. I'm appreciating it and enjoying it. Today we are going to do a few more moves. So we've got kind of a full body set just without weight. And we're going to go through 18 minutes of work and then we're going to stretch for the remainder of our time. So go ahead and join me on your mat and let's go through a little hamstring slide, getting warmed up. So bring your left leg forward and then hinge back, stretching through that hamstring. So be gentle right now. You may not be ready to go full range. That's fine. Work with your breath, inhales and exhales. So at the beginning of the workout, generally it's important to just get warmed up, get your body moving into the motions that you're going to be doing throughout the set, but not to actually hold a stretch. So more and more research has come out to show the benefits of just kind of moving your body in different planes and different angles and directions and not holding the stretch. So there you have it. We're going to go with our current research. Okay, switch it up, other leg. Research does seem to kind of always be changing though. So at the end of the day, go with what your body feels the best with. That is my 2 cents on the matter. Hinge it forward, hinge it back. Find that lengthening in your hamstring and then that stretch through the hip flexor. Just a quick sec. Last one. All right. Go ahead and come to your hands and knees and let's go side to side with the hips. So hinge your hips to the right, to the left. Get movement through the low back. Grab the core in nice and strong. Slide those shoulder blades down. All right, bring your body forward onto the mat. Pull the chest forward. Flex your glutes. Feel the flexion in the back. Stretch through the abdomen and the chest. Rotate your head to the left and then the right. Left and right. Push back into your child's pose. You will need a bench or a chair or a ledge or stair for dips. If you don't have one available, don't worry about it. You can always do floor dips as well. So that's going to hit up our triceps. Okay, come up into your downward facing dog. Curl your toes under. Slide those heels down toward the ground. Pedal your feet left and right. Wake up the back, wake up the core, stretch through the backs of the legs. All right, so within our set, we are going to be hitting a down dog every 40 seconds. We're going to hit 40 seconds of our body weight movement, and then the 20 seconds of transition, you can take a complete break, or you can hit up a downward facing dog with me like this, taking deep inhale and exhale, and then we're going to hinge forward into a plank. So just a few every 20 seconds. Super good for opening up the hamstrings, making sure the back is still holding on all right, keeping the core engaged. Good stuff. Let's go 2 more here. There's 1. Inhale, exhale, push back. 1 more. Come forward, hit your plank. Back to your down dog. Walk your hands back towards your toes. Hang over those feet a second. Pedal those knees, bob them in and out. All right, first up is going to be squats. So just body weight squats. You can go as fast or as slow as you'd like. Focus on your form. All right, first up, squats. Ready, set, and go. Drop it down, press it up. Find that range that works for you. Flex through those glutes. Sit your hips back and down. Chest tall. Core strong. Just enjoy the movement. Even without weight, it'll add up. 7 seconds. Sit back on those heels. Time. Okay, hit that down dog plank, or if you want to hit a child's pose, that's fine. Slide back and down. Come forward. Our next exercise is going to be push-ups. Drive forward and back. All right, here we go. Push-ups. A little wider if you'd like. Core nice and strong. Think of your push-up as a moving plank. So really activate through the core. Your hips drop and rise with your shoulders. Push that floor away. Keep it going. Belly stays active. Time. Back to your down dog plank. Push it back. Feels good to settle. After the push-ups, drive forward and back. Next up, we're going to be doing a lunge. Okay, we're going to do an alternating backward stepping lunge. Square off the hips, step back, and then step it in. Drive through your front heel. Keep your feet hip width. After this one, we're going, after our down dog plank, we're going to go into our dips, so back into the arms. Stay here, line your knees and toes. Doing good. Drive through that heel, okay? Down dog plank. If you're so choosing. Big hands. Spread those fingertips nice and wide. Feel the back contract. The belly's dragging you back, still holding as you hinge forward. All right, tricep dips. On your bench, chest nice and tall. Slide those elbows toward one another as much as you can. Squeeze those elbows toward one another. You got it. Chest stays lifted. Looking good. Time. All right, down dog plank. Then we're going to go into a balance set. It's a drinking bird. So basically a single leg deadlift without the weight. It will have an added level of balance because we are going to alternate our legs. So slide your left leg back, come up. Now we're going to go on to the right. So switching side to side. Lean the chest forward, drive up through that heel. I don't know how you guys are, but I've watched so many of my clients get so much better at these, as well as myself. The balance started off super rocky. We've gotten so much better at it. That's a good thing. Strengthening the ankles, the ligaments. Okay, down dog plank. Work with your breath. Take your time. We're here to activate a little bit for sure, engage for sure, but not take us too crazy. Okay, stay in your high plank, and we're going to go into a shoulder tap. Tap left hand to right shoulder, right hand to left. And this is the last exercise for the round. Reach the chest forward, belly nice and strong. Don't forget to flex the glutes. It's going to keep us from rocking as much side to side. You got it. Stay with it. Down dog plank. Slide it back and then forward. Push it back. Drive it forward. Okay, we're there. Coming back up for squats. Set 2. Drop those hips. Chest stays tall. Find a nice healthy range. So if you get to a point that starts bothering your knee, don't go that low. Or if a wider range is better for you, go wider. Same thing if you prefer narrower. Everybody's body's different. You go with what your body prefers. Keep the core strong. Drive through the glutes. Okay. Down dog plank. Back. Come forward. Grab through that core. Tuck the tailbone as you come forward. Flex through those glutes. Feel the core grab. Okay, we have our push-ups. Set that plank. Then just drop and push. Keep it going. Press with that chest. Next up, we're going to have down dog planks and then the lunges. All right. Whew. Started getting tired on this. Tuck it forward. Hinge it back. Just like with your cat-cow, where you move with the core and the abdomen sucking in deep. Try to find that same grab here. All right, coming up, alternating step back lunges. Line up those knees and toes. Square off your hips. Nice job. Focus on your form when we're not pulling or lugging or lifting heavy weights. Check in and see what the body can do, how it can flex and contract itself. Drive through the front heel. Okay, we have our down dog plank. Drive it back. Push it forward. Feel that core stay connected. Shoulder blades back and down. All right. Dips, tricep dips. Chest tall. Pull those shoulders back and down. Make sure that the hips are right next to your bench. And you work with the range that works for your range of motion in the shoulders. Chest tall. Press with those triceps. Okay, we're going to have our drinking bird after down dog plank. Don't want to forget those guys. Flex it in, push it back. Okay. Hit up those balance leans. Hinge it forward, soft knee on the standing supporting leg. These are also good ones to warm up with. Stretch into that hamstring, then drive through the glute. Long flat back. It's okay if you don't tap the ground. Okay, down dog plank. Hinge forward and back. Feel the back contract. It's one of my favorite things about really getting that downward facing dog. Okay, shoulder taps. It's to feel those back muscles grab as you push the chest back. Shoulder taps, tuck your tailbone, keep your solid plank. Minimal movement in the hips as possible. Grab through that core. Okay, down dog plank. Drive it back. Bring it forward. One more set all the way through. Tuck your tailbone as you hinge forward. All right, coming on up for squats. Get those feet set, sit it back and down. Good. Drive through those glutes. See how tall you can keep your chest. They say the range of your chest and your shins should be about the same plane, should be parallel. So if you're not grabbing that, you could be tight in your ankles, your knees, your shins, or your calves. All right, down dog plank. Drive it back, push it forward. Keep that core solid. Just like I was saying last time, find that flexion in the back. Then come forward. We have our push-ups. Last round. Keep that belly solid. Push with the chest. These ones definitely add up for me. Keep it going. Time. All right, down dog plank. Drive it back. Make sure that you're flaring across the chest, sliding those shoulder blades down the spine. Be in control of the core. Pull your elbows toward one another. All right, we're coming up for lunges. Step it back and then forward. Doing great. Feet stay hip width. Tall chest, strong core. You got it. Three seconds. And done. All right, down dog plank. Chest forward and back. Flex deep into that core. Okay, bring it up. Dips. See how much you can drag your belly button up and in here. Keep space between your ears and shoulders. Hips right underneath those shoulders. Press through those triceps. Make sure you're not leaning forward. All right, down dog plank. Doing good. Keep it up. All right, coming up, we're gonna do our drinking birds, alternating feet, hinge forward, bring it up. A great way to start with these, if you find that you're still struggling, is to take a foam roller if you have one, place it between your hand and the foot that's going behind you, create tension, so that'll help you keep flexion on that lifted side of the body. Because that's a lot of times where we lose balance, is we lose that flexion on that side. All right, down dog plank. Then we'll have our shoulder taps. And then we're gonna get a great stretch. Inhales and exhales. All right, come forward to your plank. Widen your toes and tap. Try to set that hand right underneath the shoulder. Flex the core. Tug on those glutes. And down dog plank. Push it back, slide those heels down, and come forward. Awesome job. All right. Stay in your down dog. Open your knees nice and wide. Drop your knees onto the ground. Hinge back. Get your child's pose. Put your knees together on the right, and then take your arms to the left. Reach across to the left side. Take some deep breaths, inhales, exhales. Shift your knees to the left. Take your hands to the right. Put that left shoulder and elbow kind of down toward the ground. Rotate it there. All right, come back to center. Bring your left leg forward and leave your right leg back. So this is how we started with that hamstring slide, but now we're gonna hold the stretch. Give us about 20 seconds per stretch. Keep your breathing deep. Find the stretch in that back hip flexor. You might even drop that right hip just a little more. One more deep breath in and out. All right, and then hinge back. So we're gonna get our hamstring. All right, sit nice and tall on your back leg. Shift the left hip back, the right hip forward. And then slowly start to lean your chest toward the left toe. If you need to grab something to support yourself on for balance, grab it, do it. It's fine. Whatever will help facilitate a better stretch. All right, we're going to hinge back forward into the front leg, just like we were a second ago. And we're going to take the opposite hand and back leg. So left hand to your right foot. See if you can grab it and then stretch your quad. If not, stand up next to a wall and grab onto that foot with your hand. Push the hips forward. Feel that stretch through the quad. Or if you have a strap, you could grab a strap and see if that will help facilitate. So the front of that back thigh, feel that stretch. One more deep breath. All right, release that, and then we're going to take our left foot and put it on the right side of the mat. Then slowly walk yourself forward over that calf and shin, that left calf and shin. So see if you can plant all the way down. Now, your hips may be way up here, way up high. That's okay. The biggest thing is keeping the pelvis square to the ground. So if you have more space and more flexibility, you can walk that back knee back, maybe even lower onto your forearms, but you want to keep the pelvis squared off to the ground. And that left foot is flexed. Breathe even, breathe deep. So you should feel some stretch in that left glute and hip area. The nice thing about a pigeon, though, is it gets you where you need it. All right, come back up onto your hands. And before we switch sides, just take your hands and walk them over to the left. Just twist a bit. And then back forward and walk your hands to the right. All right, now push it up. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Bring your right leg forward, left leg will stay back. You can always try lifting that back knee as well. Sometimes that's a better stretch for some of us. For me, it kind of depends on the day. How tight I am, how I'm lining up my stretch. Try to keep that front knee pretty much on top of the ankle, the heel on the ground. All right, come on up, hinge back. The toe's going to come up in the front. Line up your hips, square off the pelvis as much as you can. Pull that right toe back and then reach the chest toward the toe. Stretch through that hamstring. Check in, see where maybe you need to relax to help facilitate a better stretch. But try your best to keep that front knee from bending. I have actually had a really tight, I traditionally have a really tight right side, and this extra stretching, I am noticing a difference. It's always good. You get that payoff. All right, hinge back in. And before we drop down, see if you can grab your left foot with your right hand. Open that chest. Pull the foot back. Get that stretch in the quad. Let that hip drop down toward the ground. Really get a good stretch. All right, release that, and then we're going to walk the right foot to the left side of the mat, and then slowly drop down onto the outside of your calf. Remember, we want our pelvis square. So if your hips are up a little bit, that's fine. You can slide a towel or pillow or something underneath the glute that's up if you need. Don't force anything to happen. Should feel good. Should find a point where you can kind of settle into it. Get a better stretch. All right, push into your hands. Bring that leg back. All right, and then we're going to stretch through the upper body real quick. So lie on your stomach all the way down on the ground. So kind of lie on the left side of your mat, depending on the floor you're on. You want as much mat as possible. Put your right hand out at a 90-degree angle from your body with the palm on the ground. Push your body over your right arm with your left leg coming all the way behind. I like to put the knee on the ground, or the foot on the ground and the knee in the air. Pulls on the back, shoulder, chest. You should feel a stretch in that right shoulder. Shouldn't be painful though. I feel it all down my back as well. All right, rotate down, and then we'll shift and do the other side. So put your left hand out straight out from the body, 90-degree angle in your armpit. Then roll over that arm. So push into the right hand to roll over the left side of the body. The right foot will come down on the ground. The knee will be up in the air. Kind of just drive the body over. Ooh, nice little back pop. If it's a little too intense at this point for the shoulder or whatever, just put your arm closer to your hips. So it's not quite at a 90-degree angle. Maybe 80 degrees, 70, whatever. All right, rotate back over to center. One last stretch before I let you go on your way. Hinge back into that child's pose again. Prayer pose with your hands. So your hands are going to come together. Put your forehead on the ground and then bring your thumbs to the back of your neck. Reach your elbows forward. So you might just walk your elbows forward just a teeny bit more. Press into the elbows. So you should feel those triceps stretch. Maybe even into that upper middle back, the rhomboids a bit. All right, release there. And you made it. All right, we got 2 days left of our recovery week. We are going to be adding in some slow little cardio intervals to finish us off. Again, not high intensity, but get ready for that. You should enjoy.